Alright everyone, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but welcome back to Survival of the Fittest. Now, if you don't know what Survival of the Fittest is, first of all, I've got an entire playlist full of them if you want to check out all the other towers that I've done. And second of all, the rules are in the description, so feel free to read through them and see what I'm doing. But essentially, I'm taking one tower to its limits. And of course now, we have our good old friend the Beast Handler. So we're going to be working with that. Right, that's how I want to start. Let's do this. So essentially we're just trying to identify exactly how far one tower can take itself, and there's no other help from any other source. No villages, no farms. Obviously it's chimps mode, so definitely no farms. Just no nothing. This is all you get, the one tower. And we're trying to find out which towers can actually survive the longest. And obviously, I mean, the rules explain everything, but obviously there are some towers you can't afford straight away. And so in that case, I make a custom challenge in Chimps mode with the cash required to place the tower at the very least. At the very least, the cash required to place the tower. Any other upgrades? Nothing. Nothing. Just the exact cash needed to place the tower once, and then if they're truly good enough, they can survive on their own merit from then on. I do want this. I think I want two little piranhas for now. One can be sort of top right, one can be sort of bottom left. I like the sounds of that. And then if we get a horned owl, probably gonna be this guy. I like the potential for the owl to be able to drop things off pretty much at the start of the map. So this, if anything, will be our tier 4, 5, whatever we can actually afford by the end of this Chimps game. If we make it that far. This will be our high tier bird boy. This one will be our high tier shark boy and lava girl. And then we will eventually get a raptor somewhere. Probably at the top section around here, maybe. We'll see, we'll see. Either way, we need camo detection first. Achieved. Cool. And then lead popping power next. I kind of want to get a barracuda, but I'm worried that that'll ruin my potential for getting like a raptor or something for quick lead popping power, because the top path can also gain lead popping power, but not as quickly as the Microraptor, and for not as cheap of an upgrade. Much cheaper to go for the Allosaurus than the Great White. But anyway, for those of you who haven't seen the Beast Handler, welcome. This will essentially try and show off a good chunk of its strengths and weaknesses. So far, it's got a lot of strengths, and I mean, obviously with any tower or hero introduced to the game, typically, not a lot of weaknesses upon first arrival, so this might be the best test of strength that we ever get for the Beast Handler. This might be the best sort of snapshot for it. Right, there's our Allosaurus. Let's put him here. Pretty much right at the start. Also, the hitbox on the Allosaurus is tiny, can fit in pretty much anywhere. It's actually pretty crazy. In fact, if you've watched part 2 of this week's Odyssey video, you'll know exactly how tiny the hitbox is when you play on Cornfield. It is pretty insane. Alright, I want to merge you with this guy, and you can merge your Barracuda with this one once it gets a Barracuda and actually has space. Right. Okay. There we go. Camo detection done. Nice. Then we need the Barracuda. Because if we can get a Great White, then we've got Moab damage covered for now. Great White is very good against Moabs. So we will merge you onto that one. Cool. So you're the Great White path, you're going to be the bird path, and it's going to be great. Look at that. Sharing a nice little bond between them. It's like one of those tower defense games where you have to send your troops out to attack an enemy tower. So good, so good. Alright. There's our little raptor cleaning up those leads. Perfect. Okay. So I want the great white next, I think. Actually, now that we have just the one and it's a barracuda level, you can pretty much just put it dead in the middle and then it just attacks all four sides. Pretty damn handy. Alright. So not bad so far. Let's wait until we can afford ourselves a nice little great white shark. Honestly, I prefer the barracuda in terms of attack speed for little balloons. Like just seeing how rapid fire it is and how nice that is in general. It's pretty cool, I like it. But in terms of, whoa, you cheater. All right, let's get another horned owl in here to actually help out a little more. Why are you flying all the way over there, buddy? Interesting. Can you, is that a new part of this tower that I didn't realize? You can just sort of fuck off and do whatever you want? Oh, maybe it's learning from the sub. Yeah, the sub disobeys those rules too. That makes sense. Okay. Alright, well, maybe we should get the golden eagle then. No, we should still get the great white. Oh, but the white balloons might cause a bit more of a threat. Ah, but there's less of them. I'm sure it'll be fine. Great white. That'll solve all of our problems, hopefully. Now, we'll get the golden eagle. That'll really solve the problems. But yeah, as you can see, great white takes a while to eat everything, and yeah, it does make a bit of a mess on the way and pops balloons whilst doing it, but I don't know, it just feels somehow a little weaker than the barracuda. It's weird. Okay, anyway, we should be good. We might start a regrow farm accident. No, never mind, we got it. Yeah, those birds are very good for regrow farming. I don't know why you would need them or ever want to regrow farm. It's actually quite sort of nerfed and useless these days. Ooh. Okay, we good. Yeah, there's the camo balloons that I thought might be a problem. Doesn't look like that will be. Cool, golden eagle. Much better. Okay, those are some strange numbers I'm seeing there though. Why are those some strange numbers? Oh, yes, of course, because we've merged a 3 into it. And it doesn't typically have a 3. Alright. Cool. So now we have the golden eagle. Now we have giant condor on the way. We've got a great white shark, which is absolutely going to tear up the Moab world. Next, I think we need a velociraptor. Because we've got to keep it balanced and show off everything, you know? You can't just get tier 3s right in front of another potential tier 3 and be like, hey, it'll be fine, trust me. Right, let's also put you there. Because I like the idea of you actually being able to attack balloons as they're coming around the finishing line sort of thing. Plus the bird can then give you another attempt at doing it, which sounds good. They do actually synergize quite well with each other, now that I think about it, because the bird will grab multiple groups of balloons, group them all up, let the shark attack them, and then boom, all of a sudden, all of them get dragged down to the depths, rather than just like 1 or 2. It's very, very handy. But yeah, I think we need the giant condor next, and then hopefully, can we make 18 grand before round 59? I don't know. Let's actually go for the Tyrannosaurus Rex before we go for the giant condor, because we're fine on Moab popping power for now. And getting a T-Rex, I imagine, will really help that. So, we shall see. But yeah, the giant condor is going to be needed quite heavily, I think. Mainly for the camo detection, obviously. But for now, we seem okay. Get ourselves a good T-Rex. Nice. Can you take up a lot of space? Yeah, you sort of do. But at the same time, you sort of don't. I don't know where I want this T-Rex. Maybe like here. And boom. That is the entire reason we want the T-Rex. That, on its own, just the ability. Literally just the ability is the only reason we want the T-Rex. Because let me tell you this fun fact, kiddos. I don't know why I said kiddos, that feels weird now. that is going to be the only way we can pop camo leads. Which sucks, but it's the truth. Because bottom path can see camo, but can't pop leads. The top path can pop leads, can't see camo. And the middle path can pop leads, can't see camo, unless you count the ability. And sadly, because each upgrade path is sort of separate and on its own, just because you have an eagle that can see camo balloons and then you have a raptor that can pop lead balloons, does not mean they can both team up and be like, hey, the leads are over there, pop them. Doesn't work like that, sadly. I wish it did. I really wish. But it just doesn't. It just doesn't do the thing. It doesn't do the thing. And it's very sad. But look at that. Just humps the balloon repeatedly. Keeps it stunned in place. In fact, that kind of makes me want to put the T-Rex here-ish instead. That should be a little better, actually. But yeah, so we've got this lovely little stomp ability. Every time we use it, crushes a bunch of balloons, camo or not. So that's precisely what we're going to use it for. Right, now the only problem is, what do we go for next? We've obviously got camo leads covered at least for round 59. They typically don't show up again until like round 80 plus. So what do we do now? Do we get more T-Rex abilities? Do we start leveling up our shark? Do we go for the condor? It's very difficult. It really is quite a difficult situation. I think I want to go for the condor. But at the same time, I do want to also go for another T-Rex. Because I am terrified about these camo lead balloons just strolling through the defense, which is exactly what they plan on doing. Also, this condor thing is sort of working out, but at the same time it's not. I'm so glad the balloons have stopped spawning in, otherwise we might be a little screwed here. There we go, we're good, we're good, we're good. Just grab that last pink one and we'll be fine. Thank you very much. Good condor. Oh, it's terrifying though, isn't it? Absolutely terrifying. Okay. Good, good, good. I do eventually want to merge this. Kind of don't feel like doing it now until we get the giant condor. Just so that it's a big enough buff. Feels weird to do it otherwise. Okay, but we're fine. And worst case scenario, we do have our fun little ability here to just stamp on the ground. Okay. Giant condor, merge it, boom. This guy's now at 35. That's pretty solid. I like it, I like it. Okay, so now I do want to go for another raptor. I don't know if I want to merge it yet though, because this is the entire reason we need it, right? This round right here. No one can attack or do anything about that, and so we have to use our ability, which kinda sucks, but at least we still have a way to deal with it. Unlike some towers who absolutely would have lost there. And I can tell you what, you would have seen them lose if you've watched the rest of these tower series and seen how it went. I don't know how well this big-ass condor is going to do against round 63. I can only hope that it does well. But we shall see, I guess. I do want to get another T-Rex. I don't know if I want to combine the two yet, because having two abilities does sound quite nice. And from what I know, I don't think the cooldown will then be halved if I combine the two. Oh, T-Rex, you're so beautiful. You actually just slaughter round 63, and I love that. The condor keeps it held in place. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ooh, it's raining. Oh, I love the rain. Anyway, it's actually looking pretty good so far. I don't know if we can actually take this all the way to 100 in terms of chimps. I would love to be able to, but I'm just not entirely sure if I'm the person to do it. I think it might be possible though. I mean, in theory, you've got all the popping power you need. Admittedly, round 90 does send out a hell of a lot of camo lead balloons. Or maybe it's not even camo lead balloons, but one of the rounds definitely sends out enough of them to mess you up big time. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. But for now, I feel bad for the great white, though. I want to get it to an orca for some reason, but at the same time, the orca doesn't really help us with much, you know? It doesn't have an ability that can pop camo leads, which is a big problem for us. It doesn't knock back balloons. This does seem pretty intense, though, this grouping here. Okay, good. We sorted it out. Problem solved. But yeah, that's why I want to keep the T-Rex around. That's why I want to upgrade the Condor more. Sadly, even though it's my favorite path, I might just have to leave Great White to the early game. And to be fair, Condor is the cheapest tier 5 to get, so we might just go for that then. I mean, I like the idea of it already. By the way, merging doesn't matter when you do it. You can still buy the upgrades to then increase how much merge power you give that tower, so now it's +8. So it doesn't matter if you merge now or later or whatever. Just hit merge, get the upgrades when you can, when you need to. Otherwise, keep the two towers separate. You don't have to merge everything. Okay, it's looking good. Beautiful. There we go. Do want another giant condor though. And for those of you wondering, like I was wondering at one point, this says 2 out of 4 required beasts, and it has a picture of the giant condor. So it means you need 4 out of 4 giant condors to get the tier 5 upgrade. Sadly, even though it says just requires beast, that doesn't mean any beast. You can't just get 3 tier 1 bottom path birds and be like, that's a beast. I've tried that, it has failed, and I've been very sad. But to be fair, I probably should have read the text a little more, because in the actual description it does say, hey, we need 3 giant condor handlers. None of this weak-ass tiny bird shit. Let's use it now. That seemed like a good time. There we go. Yeah, good time. Okay, and we do have another ability as backup if we do need it. I'm scared to do it, naturally, but we have it ready when necessary. Alright, there we go. We're getting this guy up to 64. Just need a couple more upgrades. And then maybe we still have time and money to get, you know, a freaking 5th tier? I doubt it. Also, I haven't fully tested this bottom path because it was the last one I unlocked. Personally, I unlocked them in, I think XP order, maybe? Did I unlock them in XP order? I forget how much they each cost. But I unlocked them top to bottom, essentially. Actually, no. Middle, then top, then bottom. So yeah, I still haven't even placed a tier 5 bottom path beast handler yet. This round should be easy thanks to our big old bird and our T-Rex actually. I'm pretty sure I didn't even notice the first wave of ceramics disappear. Yep. Wow. This is pretty good. At the very least, this is a viable strategy to beat maps that aren't on chimps. You know, at the very least. Boom. Alright. Palki. Palki? Palkai. I still don't know how to pronounce it. My apologies if it's horrible. Puaki? Puakai? I don't know. I really don't know. I wonder if Google can tell me how to pronounce that. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. Unless someone wants to phonetically type it out in the comments or something. But I don't think I will be able to pronounce it on my own. That's for sure. Anyway, ZOMG time. Sadly, our giant condor is a little trash against ZOMGs, I'm pretty sure. Yep, he just does fucking nothing. So we're going to be relying on our friends the sharks and the T-Rex. Luckily we can do a little bit of schmoovin' here to help us out. Just to keep them both attacking for a little while longer. Certainly helps. And then by the time it gets popped, our bird friend should be able to assist us here. Yep. Just downright fucking cheating. It's like, oh, they're all the way over there? I got you back, man. Not anymore. But damn, these beast handlers do pack a punch. I'm pretty sure they've already beaten a good chunk of the towers we've tested before as well. Like, goddamn. It is pretty damn good. I kind of want to place this guy over this side. Just so they can sort of both help each other at the start, but one of them's more focused on the back half. If that makes sense. Yeah, I've legitimately never picked this upgrade before. I really hope it can pick up and put back a bad, or at least stun it slightly or something. A bird so large it can pick up, carry off, and destroy almost any number of balloons of almost any size. Yeah, see the almost part? That's what's kind of throwing me off here. But, regardless, this might be the downfall of the run if I pick this as an upgrade and I choose it. But to be honest, I've already dedicated 4 other beast handlers to it, so I mean, realistically, I might as well. And then I can just place more T-Rex and hope for the best if this doesn't work out. Although to be fair, now that we're past the stage of camo leads are a problem, technically the Orca and then the Megalodon can drag down a BAD. So that might be something I attempt to look into. Should we try that? I don't know if it'll work. I don't even know if we'll get the money. But we can certainly give it a go. Because your boy can in fact one-shot a BAD. And with this giant-ass condor at maximum power, I suspect it'll be able to hold off quite a good chunk of these late-game rounds. I don't know if it can pick up and carry DDTs. I've never really thought about that, but there's potential, that's for sure. So maybe we can go for a more Orca-centered approach to damage. I wonder. I don't know if we'll have time. Honestly, from the looks of it, considering you can get this far, and also considering Beast Handler is very, very much still a fresh face in the latest BTD6 update, I get the feeling this is entirely possible. Managing to beat chimps on logs with just Beast Handlers alone. I'm thinking it's very doable. I might not be the best person to do it, and I do make that clear in almost all of these Survival of the Fittest videos that I am not the best at this game. I am not the micro master, you know? I never pretend to be. So take all of this with a grain of salt. Just for the most part, I'm doing this for like an average player. You know, if you're an average player, you don't really micro that hard. I hate microing. It's a pain in the ass. Don't like it. But yeah, so just in general, I'm not the best at this game. Big disclaimer, not a professional. Try this at home, it is safe. People need to say that more often. Try this at home, it's completely safe. You never hear that. Like, ever. It's always, don't try this at home. It's like, well then why are you trying it at home? YouTuber. Alright, this is the part I was worried about. Bang. Okay. Bang. Yeah. This is quite possibly where the run just ends. I mean, we can try this, but I don't think merging it will actually help anything. Maybe I can time my abilities a bit better. We can certainly try that. But I think this might be the showstopper, so to speak. Because, I mean, it's just a lead balloon, but your boy at tier 4 still can't pick it up. which sucks. And those lead balloons are moving a lot slower than these DDTs do. Bang. Cool. Glad you popped them all. And then bang. Stun them again. Yeah, nah. I think I needed a third. A third one of these T-Rexes, and then maybe these guys pop? I really don't know, but as with a lot of these episodes, sometimes you just gotta take the L when you see it happening. And of course, reflect on your mistakes. For example, I clearly underestimated the power of this ability and haven't used it enough. And turns out you need 3, maybe even 4 of them to pop DDTs. Or, in fact, I feel kind of dumb because I didn't even try this, but maybe if I had merged... No. There's no way if I merged the T-Rex into one that the ability would have become, like, what, 3 times, 4 times as strong? Yeah, surely there's no chance of that happening. Right? 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 We're definitely sure about that, yeah? We, 100% sure about that? I probably should have done it before. So this is what we had, essentially. If we put you right roughly where you were. Roughly. Let's just test this. This is for testing purposes. I'm not going to redo the whole thing. But if we send it out, is this ability stronger or the same? It does seem a little stronger, but obviously not strong enough. I wonder if another one would have done it. Let's test it. It's hard to say if it's stronger or not. Okay, so 3 abilities seems to do it. Restart. What am I thinking? So now let me try something else. This is purely just for Beast Handler testing purposes, by the way. That is definitively going to be the end round for the Beast Handler, round 90. But I believe there is room to do better. Obviously, if you've got 3 T-Rex hanging out on the field together, and then, you know, a single giant condor, doesn't really matter where. Presumably, this will now work. Where we can go bang, bang, bang. Ooh, so the ability does get slightly stronger. Okay, so you either need a merged tier 3 and to use it 3 times, which isn't going to happen, or you need to have 4. Which most certainly isn't in the budget, at least along with everything else I had. So there you go. Okay, so I think I feel a lot better about that. But I do think it is still possible to make it to 100. Anyway, that's going to be the end of Survival of the Fittest for the Beast Handler. Managed to make it to round 90, unassisted by other towers. Very, very impressive. Certainly seals itself at the top spots. I should probably look over all my videos and give stats on that. Huh. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week, everybody.